What's up guys, welcome back. Today is going to be a little bit different. I won't be working on the car like I usually do. Instead, I'll be showing you guys the updates and all the work that I've done since the last video. So it's been a couple of weeks, probably a month or so. And there's been a lot of work on the smaller stuff and just solving a bunch of little issues, which I didn't film, but I feel like I should keep you guys in the loop and show you exactly what I've done. So this is it. Let's jump right into it. First of all, I've cleaned the shop. There's so much more room in here and it's a lot more enjoyable. I love it. I'm also trying to dedicate certain areas to certain jobs. Like this will be my mechanical area, then electrical, and I have some welding stuff in the back. On the left here, I put everything related to fiberglass and carbon fiber. So that should help me keep everything clean and a lot more efficient. Now onto the car. I've done a lot of work on different areas of the car, but the one that took the most amount of time was definitely the fuse box. So if you remember from the last video, I did this entire fuse box relocation where I put it in the trunk, made my own loom to connect it to the front and everything, and I didn't like it so much. So I ended up cutting it completely and redoing everything with the fuse box in my fender. I also made this carbon fiber box that houses everything in a more compact way. I found that with the original one, it just wouldn't fit in here. So I kind of had to do this with a little cover and everything. So this will all be waterproof in the end. I know it doesn't look like it right now, but trust me, I'll do a lot of work to get everything watertight and resistant. Now with the loom, there's been a lot of work as well. I've had to extend every single wire in here just because it's a longer route to go around the tubs and then back to the engine. Whereas originally the fuse box sits right here and then the cables come from the side down to the fuse box and to the engine. So that's just something that has taken up a lot of time and I didn't feel like showing on the channel again. So there you go, finished product. Now in the front here, I've also added this washer fluid tank from the GD, which is a lot bigger, but it's kind of square-ish, so it fits really nice under here. And I've actually reused one of the holes from the factory brackets. I don't know what came here, but there was a hole which was perfect for mounting the top bracket of this tank. And I've custom made one bracket down here, I don't know if you can tell, in the back, and another one right there. Staying around the fender, I've actually modified the top frame rail again. So originally I made my cut a little bit too shallow on the back portion here. I'll probably put a picture up right now where you can see how much I've removed since then. But yeah, I felt like the wheel wasn't centered with the wheel arch. So that's why I decided to modify it again. Now I think it looks a lot better and I'm actually really happy with the clearance between the frame rail and the tire. So that's great, and I've also modified this hole. If you can tell in the picture, I've actually cut it off completely because it used to be down here somewhere. So I welded it higher and I didn't modify the other three, so those are just standard, but I'll have to modify my support bracket here to accept this new hole. Now onto the inside. I haven't done much except removing the dashboard because I needed to access the brake lines in the back there. So if you remember, we used to have hard brake lines, the factory ones that ran on the side of the car and then down to the brakes in the back. But now we have a bunch of soft lines. So I added those, I plumbed them up to the master cylinder here. I've used a bunch of different fittings. So I've got 70 degrees, 70 straight, and then 90 in the back there. Just to clear all the center console pieces and everything without cutting any cables or anything. So yeah, I think it's going to work great. I haven't tested it yet because I haven't bled the system, but everything is plumbed up and it is connected, so no reason it shouldn't work. Now moving on to the rear, I've added one of my favorite parts, the P2000 WRC wing from Anton & Co. So I've showed it before on the channel, but here it is again. This thing is just beautiful. It is probably one of the best replicas you can get, and I freaking love it. This beautiful wing is now bolted up to an ABW rear trunk lid, which is made from fiberglass, so it's super light. And I can actually open the trunk here. There we go. So you can see it's fiberglass and it seems to fit all right. I've had some trouble with the edges here. They're a bit rounded, so it doesn't look best. But I guess for the weight, it's definitely worth it. On the inside of the trunk, I haven't done any work to the battery yet, but I'm planning to build a proper box to keep everything safe so it doesn't move around and in case the battery leaks. So that's on the list, but I did add the intercooler fluid thing tank from the GD. It works pretty well in here. I just had to do a custom bracket here and down there as well. Now that's it on the car side, but we also took it out the other day and did a quick photo shoot with all the body panels that I had. So I'm probably gonna put a picture up right now. I think it looks amazing. I'm almost 2 years into the build now, and I'm finally starting to get the first peek at what the car could look like with all the body pieces and everything done. I know the bumpers aren't wide yet on those pictures, but they still look amazing, and it's such a good feeling to see the car like this. Now, I'm sorry I didn't show more details on the work that I've just done, so if you have any questions, leave them down below. I will be happy to answer them, and just know that there will be more videos coming soon in the classic Swiss tuned style. So if you don't want to miss them, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That means the world to me, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.